Right, we're back for another video on the channel now today. I'm bringing you a Wrexham FC transfer related video. Today I'm going to be picking 5 players that I believe Wrexham FC should go in for this summer transfer window. Before we get started in today's video, I just do want to say, if you are new watching this, make sure to get down there, click the subscribe button. We're on the road to 18,000 subscribers. We're just under 300 away, so if we could hit that anytime soon, that would be absolutely incredible. Let's go for the end of June. That would be an incredible milestone. And let's get talking transfer news related with Wrexham. And also as well, let's see if we can hit 350 likes on today's video. We're going to get straight into it with my 5th place. That is Chris Maxwell. Now you're probably wondering why I've chosen a goalkeeper as my first player I think we should sign. That is because I've just sort of selected a goalkeeper just in case, in a world that Foster doesn't stay on. Obviously it's very possible that Foster decides to retire at the end of this spell he's had with Wrexham, but I've picked Maxwell because he's recently not been offered a new deal at Blackpool after their relegation to League One, which I think is quite surprising because he was a key figure in their promotion back to the Championship when they were promoted from League One, playing every single game in that promotion campaign, meaning that we can sign Chris Maxwell on a free transfer. He's only 32 years of age, so he's at the prime in his career. I still think he's got a lot to offer, can still be playing easily in the League One Championship because he's shown it for Blackpool, he's shown it for Preston. He's a high quality goalkeeper. Now if you aren't aware why I'm speaking so highly of Maxwell, it is because he spent 8 years with our academy between 2000 and 2008. He grew up in St Asaph, which is in North Wales, local area to me. So he's Wrexham through and through. He's come through the academy and then he broke through into the first team in 2008 between 2012, where he did play 76 appearances before making the move to Fleetwood Town, where he was then loaned back to Wrexham AFC, where he did play a huge role in our 2013 FA Trophy winning campaign. 10 years on, he's still playing at a very high level. Like I said, he's recently been released, so in my opinion, if Foster doesn't stay on, it'd be a no-brainer to go in for Chris Maxwell. He's a great shot stopper and he's really experienced, racking up over 287 appearances in the Championship and League One combined. Maxwell also had a save percentage in the 22-23 season of 68.4%, which for a team that got relegated, that finished second off bottom in the Championship, is an absolutely incredible stat. Now if we compare this to Freddie Woodman, who does play for Preston North End, who he finished 12th with in the Championship, Woodman had a 67.6% save percentage. So Chris Maxwell is a very good shot stopper and he was obviously a gem in that team that unfortunately did get relegated. And like I said, I'm surprised to see him go, but I don't think it'll be long before he does find a new club. And if Foster doesn't stay on for Wrexham, fingers crossed it's us. The next player I would like to see in a Wrexham shirt is Tyler Blackett, a left-sided centre-back who does currently play for Championship side Rotherham United. Now I think this would be a really good signing, not only to strengthen the back line but add competition to the back line, because obviously Tyler Blackett is a left-footed centre-half, so he plays on the left-hand side, which I think, in my opinion, definitely needs strengthening, and we could do with extra depth on that left-hand side. Tyler Blackett has been offered a new contract at Rotherham United, which for me I'm sort of surprised by, because he only appeared 6 times in the Championship the last season, in the 22-23 season, so I'm surprised by that. He suffered a couple of injuries, but yeah, I was half expecting Blackett to be on the release list, on the retain list, so surprised by that. Like we said, he's a left-footed centre-back, and I think it'd be great to have a left-footed centre-back in the squad, as we currently don't have one, and he's obviously got a lot of experience in the higher levels of the English football pyramid, playing regularly for the likes of Nottingham Forest, Reading, and making 11 Premier League appearances for Manchester United in the 14-15 season under Louis van Gaal. And obviously he did have that stint over in America where he did play for Cincinnati. Now I think with Tyler Blackett, the only thing that would be stopping him from coming to Wrexham is the fact that he is on a big wage at Rotherham. We can sort of imagine that he's one of the higher earners at the club, and I think if we're talking about Tyler Blackett, he'd be one of the highest earners in the squad, and I think we definitely have to put a high wage offer on the table to secure his services. But I think it'd be a really, really good signing if we were to get him in. Like I previously said, he's a left-sided centre-back, he's a left-footed centre-back, which I think we do sort of lack in this squad. He'd be a great addition to the back line in our back five, and he would provide really good competition to the likes of Tozer, Hayden, Tunnicliffe, Cleworth. So if he does reject a new contract at Rotherham, is a move to Wrexham likely? Yes, because obviously we've got this really good project going on. Would he be willing to drop down 2 leagues? That's the question you've got to be thinking about. But the fact that he's lacked game time in the Championship, would he be willing to drop down to League 2 to get more game time? And with the project that we're on at the minute, if he did want to be part of it, then going back to the Championship could seem possible, and could seem possible in a short period of time. The next player I would like to see us go in for is Kane Vincent-Young. Now, a name that any people watching this might definitely have heard of. He's been recently released by promoted Ipswich Town from League 1. There was a lot of hype about Kane Vincent-Young when he did sign for Ipswich in 2019 from Colchester United, and did he live up to that hype? No, I don't think he did at all, and I think he's still got bags of potential in him. He only played 49 times in the 4 seasons that he was at the Tractor Boys, so he'll be disappointed that he didn't properly kickstart his career at Ipswich Town, but like I said, he's been released. He's looking for a new challenge. But what's strange is he featured the most in their promotion campaign last year, playing 18 times than he did any other season that he was there, so I'm surprised he wasn't offered a new contract. And if you do go on to Ipswich Town's Twitter and you see their tweet about the retained list, loads of people are sad to see Vincent-Young go. So if we were to sign him, we could have a gem on our cards. He is 27 years of age, so he is at the peak of his career, and making the next move for him is vital. And I think Wrexham could be the place for him to obviously gain competition, get game time. He's a player that can play on the right wing-back role and the left wing-back role, and I think for me, I'd like to see him play on that left-hand side, having the option of Jacob Mendy and Kane Vincent-Young. Having those 2 players alone would be absolutely incredible and vital in League 2. Obviously, Vincent-Young, he's only played 49 times for Ipswich, but I'm sure he's been an important part in that squad. Obviously, gained promotion, so he knows what it takes to get out of the leagues in the EFL. Vincent-Young, is there a possibility that he could go back to where he went to Ipswich from Colchester United? I think that's definitely possible, but for me, I think we should do everything we can to try and get Vincent-Young to the racecourse ground. He's pacey, he's very versatile across the wing-back roles. He can slot in easily at either the right-hand side or the left-hand side. So, yeah, it would be a great signing, and I think he, like I said, he possesses a lot of qualities and could easily be playing solidly for a League 1 club, if not a lower end of the Championship. So, he's a free agent. Wage is the only issue. Like I said, he was probably at a decent wage at Ipswich Town. Like we're talking about with Tyler Blackett, if he's looking for game time, then Wrexham is the place to come. And yeah, like I said, the project, that's what I keep mentioning, but that's the most important thing for these big name players. The project we've got going on, where the club wants to go, the vision we have is honestly through the roof. And it's hard for a player like Kane Vincent-Young to reject that and not want to be part of this magical team. Like I said, making the right move now in his career is vital, and I think Wrexham honestly is the place to be at the minute. Now, the next player is a player that everyone on Twitter is wanting. Everyone on Twitter is mentioning his name, Owen Moxon. Now, what a player this man is. I would do anything to see this man sign for Wrexham FC. 49 appearances in League 2 last season for Carlisle, where he did help them massively gain promotion to League 1. He played a huge role in that, and not to mention his 22 goal contributions, 16 assists and 6 goals. What a player he is. He is that diamond in the midfield for Carlisle United. A really creative midfielder who obviously can create chances. He's described by WhoScored.com as a great dribbler, a great set piece taker, and can create a lot of chances per 90 minutes in a game. And can you imagine a midfield 3 of Moxon, Cannon or O'Connor and Elliot Lee? That would tear League 2 apart, and I think that would honestly be one of the best midfields in League 2. Now, the only issue around signing Owen Moxon is the fact that they've just got promoted. I was half wanting Carlisle to not get promoted and stay in League 2, which would increase our chances of getting Owen Moxon. Do I think he'd have left Carlisle if they wouldn't have gone up? Yes, there's obviously Peterborough United who have been rumoured to be wanting him at the minute, who play their football in League 1. So I think a move away from Carlisle United is possible, but now they've got into League 1, the club are going to demand a really high transfer fee for Owen Moxon, and if I'm going to be honest, I can see it being 600,000 plus. But now we've got promoted, now we're back in the Football League, I think we can attract a lot of players to this club, including Owen Moxon. He's a player that offers so much in that midfield. Like I said, he can score goals, he can assist them, he can create chances. Everything you want as a centre midfielder, and I think it'd be perfect if he was to sign for us, and I think he would slot really well into that midfield. And no doubtably would Owen Moxon be our signing of the summer. And the final player we're going to be talking about is Luke Jeffcott. I was torn between Macaulay Bonne and Luke Jeffcott, two players that have been recently released by their clubs, but I thought Luke Jeffcott would make a lot more sense than Macaulay Bonne. This is a name that Wrexham fans have wanted to sign since, I would say, 2021 January. In that January window, 2 years ago, we've been asking for him. I think I mentioned him on a video, but now is the perfect time, and now is our best chance to get our hands on Jeffcott, because he has recently been released by Championship club Plymouth Argyle. Jeffcott spent the season on loan at Swindon Town, where he did play 32 games, scoring 7 goals, which I think is definitely out of character for Jeffcott. I don't know if that's the fair thing to say, only 23 years of age, because previous seasons he was banging them in for Plymouth Argyle. And like I said, when he was 20 years of age, he had scored 16 goals in 41 games in League One for Plymouth. That season he scored 33.25% of their goals in League One. So to release a player like that 2 years after that scoring record, I think is quite ridiculous. Obviously, he's not part of Steven Schumacher's plans at the club, and I think that was clear when he first did come in, and then he got his loan move to Swindon, and Swindon had the chance to sign him on a permanent, but they decided not to. I think the thing with Jeffcott is he needs to be in that right environment. He needs to be surrounded by the right players to get the best out of him, and I think that's what happened when he was at Plymouth Argyle, which obviously sparked that incredible goal-scoring form over those 3 or 4 seasons. But since then, new manager has came in and things haven't really gone well for him. He's gone on loan to Swindon, and obviously things aren't going well for him there. And now he's a free agent, and what a better place to revive his career, I say, but get back on track than at Wrexham Football Club. He's clearly got the talent, and with him being Welsh, it would be a no-brainer. Obviously, there were the rumours of Wrexham wanting to go down that Welsh route and bringing home Welsh players to the club, and Jeffcott is one of them. I think it's definitely possible. He's represented Wales at youth level, and like I said, there's no better place to get firing the goals again in front of the tech end at the racecourse. Like I said, available on a free, 23 years of age. He's a proven scorer in League One. It would be stupid not to go for a striker of Jeffcott's quality with decades. I'd say at least he can play for another 15 years in his career. I'm not saying that he'll spend 15 years at Wrexham, but he's got an incredible future ahead, and if we can get him back on the right track, back scoring, I think this would definitely be one of our better signings we've had under the takeover. So let me know, would you like to see any of the players that I have mentioned in a Wrexham shirt in this summer transfer window? Let me know in the comments down below, and let me know in the comments down below one player you would like to see come to Wrexham FC this summer. Now that we are in League 2, we've got that even more pull power. We've got the likes of Mullin, Tozer, Hayden to drop down from the higher leagues in EFL to come and play in the National League. Think what we could do now we're in League 2. It's frightening how good we could be next year, but touch wood, I'm not jinxing anything just yet. But yeah, let me know one player you'd sign for Wrexham if you're in Phil Parkinson's boots, and I'll see you in the next video. Up the town.